So this is just a quick update about where I've been for like the last year or so, or 9 months or 10 months or whatever. Initially, I was just going to take a quick break from Facebook and kind of just, regroup. And then, obviously COVID-19 became a huge thing. And so I kind of took that as a sign to just go ahead and take an extended break. And so I just really just stayed off Facebook and social media as much as possible. I did stay up with Instagram for a little bit, but I didn't even log into Instagram until like 6 months later. And so I just kind of just been laying low a little bit. But during the meantime, I taught myself how to sharpen knives to a point where I'm happy with the product as far as my standards. Also, I kind of got into buying old Japanese knives and restoring them to the way I like, because factory standards are just not the same as how I like to have a knife. Basically, I'm not a big fan of shiny. And we'll just real quick. That's I want to say that's a Japanese Diva. I think that's the name that they call it. And this is what factory sharpness from Japan is like, or this company, Hiroshi, something like that. So as you can see, it kind of ripped. I mean, it does cut, but it's a rough cut. It's a rough cut. I'm not a fan, because I feel like instead of cutting your fruits or vegetables or whatever you're cutting with the knife, it's ripping it. And this is the exact same knife, except my modded version. I acid etched the blades so that, because I like using carbon steel, because I feel like they get sharper. And so when you acid etch, the carbon steel actually gets darker. And I use flat black paint for the handles, because not a big fan of shiny. And also during the downtime, I ended up buying a Cricut maker, and that can make me vinyl stickers and stick them to the blade. And while I'm acid etching, you have to do it in negative space. So that silver is actually the same silver of the knife. So you can see the difference between the darkness of the blade to where it is now to the logo. This is a knife I was working on for a friend of mine. But I'll show you real quick, like, the sharpness that I'm at now. So that's kind of what I've been up to for like the last 8 or 9 months or so, just messing with these. Like, I feel like actually having a dull knife is more dangerous than having a sharp knife, because if you have a dull knife, then you just have haphazardly cut through stuff, and you just kind of, I don't know, you don't really ever think about cutting yourself, as you know, that's never in the back of your mind. You just try to chop through stuff fast. But when you have an extremely sharp knife, then you actually mentally you're a little bit more careful about what you're doing, because you don't want to gash yourself wide open. But that's basically what I've been up to for the last, 8 or 9 months. Just trying to get better at this. And I mean, this is one thing in a million other things that I do. Just trying to take up my time and not be bored so much. I still on occasion try to, fix up sewing machines and do stuff like that. But if you want to get to a point where your knife is that sharp, as opposed to that sharp, just hit me up and let me know, what you got going on, and we'll get you all set up.